baseball card fever. I really got a baseball card fever. It started with my very first pack.
Hey, what up, collectors? Diego here with another Sports Cards Detour. This one here is going to be taking you through some of my hockey cards that I have, and I figured this binder I'm going to go through and kind of organize it later with some new cards, but I figure right now would be a good time, and it's a lot of pages, a good time to show off some of my hockey goalie card collection that I have in a binder. It's all random everywhere. I didn't put all the players together and stuff like that. It's just a bunch of randomness that I did. But one of the reasons why I like hockey is because of the uniqueness of not uniqueness, but the designs on the hockey face mask, which I thought was very cool. And when it became a part of baseball, through Charlie O'Brien, when he played for Toronto Blue Jays, he had a hockey mask, and I thought, man, these guys in hockey have these nice, cool looking ones. Baseball's gonna have some really cool looking ones with catchers and their personalities and stuff like that, but it never came to fruition. I think Major League Baseball has a certain uniform policy that they have, but a lot of people credit Gary Cheevers for doing it, starting with the designs, as he on his fiberglass mask. He told somebody to, every time that he had a scuff or from a stick or a puck, to go ahead and put some stitchings on that face mask for him, and that's what they did, and he ended up having all his face mask full of stitching, and that's how he got recognized by. And there's some other guys, I don't have any cards to represent them that in my collection, unfortunately, but there's guys like Marty Brennaman, who he had it's, to me, it didn't really look like the tribal chief or anything like that. It didn't look like the Black Hawk guy on his jersey. It was kind of too white face, and but he had a tribal Indian, or he was trying to go for the logo, Black Hawk's logo on his face mask. Then you had who's the other? Man, I can't remember the name. Gary Bromley. I just had to look it up. Gary Bromley. He was known for having the skull mask. He would have a fiberglass mask, and it had a skull on it. Then there was Gillies, and he had the tiger on his face mask. So they were pretty cool styles. And I actually, as I was looking back through the history of face mask, some of those guys with the fiberglass mask had even cooler looking things, because it was a full view of a picture. These guys have the face mask to block them off, or this face mask right here kind of blocks up most of the prime real estate for great artwork, like these other guys, like the older guys used to have. But there are some pretty cool styles on the old hockey mask, but for the new hockey mask in my day, there were some really cool ones. Like I said, I'm going to go through and pick out some of the ones that I really like and get a closer view on them. But what I wanted to do was just let you guys see what I did with my book. It was kind of I went everywhere with this book, where I had a little bit of one team. I kind of made sure that I didn't keep the same team, but this is like a coffee table binder is what I would call it. Something that people could look at and say, oh man, that looks cool, oh man, look at all, these are all goalies, man. Hey, that's pretty cool. And then I can explain, like Eddie Belfour, he's known for the eagle on his face mask, where it was actually supposed to be a hawk for the Blackhawks, but somebody told him, hey, let's do an eagle, and that's what he did. And I thought, and that was his trademark. With Cujo, after having the musical mask, for the St. Louis Blues, he ended up putting the dog, like that Cujo dog on his face, and having that lower jaw on the neck protector was pretty cool. Felix Potvin has like a dragon type face on his mask. It's kind of hard to see, but it's there. Van Beesbrook with his Florida Panther mask, that was pretty cool too. So all these guys have really cool things, and for some of the goalies, like Dominic Hasek and Rudy, you'll see like they have the birdcage mask and the helmet. No artwork really on there. Well, actually, Kelly Rudy for the Kings, he had like a crown on one of his, and then ended up switching to this style mask. But he had a birdcage mask for the longest. But they changed this up because it's better vision for these guys to see the puck, and that's what these guys need to see. I'm gonna stop it on this page here, because I'm not gonna do the landscape ones yet. I'm gonna just move this over so you guys can see the rest of these. I'm gonna go the opposite way. Anyway, as far as being a fan of hockey, I don't watch habitually. I do watch playoff stuff, and I do watch a little bit of Flyers. Actually, when I was growing up, we were kind of on the poor side of things, and so I had a hand-me-down hat that came in a bag from one of our neighbors, and they had a New Jersey Devil. Somebody must have liked the Devils, and they had like a hat, and I started saying that I liked the Devils because I wanted to wear the hat. You know, it was a cool hat. It was New Jersey. I looked into it, and as I grew up, I started understanding how southern New Jersey is not like northern New Jersey. Like South Jersey is more Philadelphia, where North Jersey is more New York, you know, and that's the teams that they align with. Like there's a certain break point somewhere in the middle of New Jersey, and it just becomes, we're like the lower portions, Delaware Valley is what they call it, Delaware, lower Pennsylvania, and then, or Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and then the southern part of New Jersey is the Delaware Valley. So a lot of those people all tend to like the Philadelphia teams. And I started getting that, and I started like watching a little bit more Philadelphia stuff. And I actually started watching a little bit more once a friend came and he started explaining the game to me. But he was explaining the game by playing. We would go play hockey, roller hockey, and it was fun. And our goalie, actually, our goalie who was always out there, always loved Felix Potvin. That was his guy. He loved Felix Potvin, and he had a jersey that he would play in and get his goalie gear on, and you know, it was all Potvin, Toronto Maple Leafs and stuff like that. And of course I would poke fun of him and say, Toronto make me laughs. And but it was some good times. I learned a lot about hockey. We would go to his house and just chill. He was also a bandmate of mine, and we were getting more into the music and stuff, so I stopped collecting this kind of stuff. But the hockey knowledge was coming to me. So I understand a little bit more with those two friends on what it was that hockey was and what I was looking for in hockey. Especially when it came to the goalies, besides just the cool helmet. And that's what I would keep on pointing out. I was like, man, they have such cool stuff. Like, I even love the jerseys. Real hockey fans call them sweaters. The sweaters are pretty cool because the logo's there, present. Like, it just looks really cool. I wouldn't want it on a baseball uniform, though, because of the way you have to maneuver in baseball. That big logo on the front, I had it for a softball team, and it's not comfortable, you know, like it just feels weird. But for these guys, it looks pretty cool. And there's Rudy right there, and he has a little crown on there. Anyway, I'll show you those a little later as I pull some of these and give you a closer look at these cards here. But I just wanted to give you a feel for the book. This is basically a binder that can be something that to talk about over a coffee table about who's in there, what's in there, maybe what somebody's face mask looks like. but I really wish that um, these hockey cards had like what do I want to say? I really wish the that the hockey helmets came in miniature form of the player, like not like they do have miniature hockey masks, but they're usually like not the player, they're more for the team, so it has a team logo. Like I would love to have like a mini Eddie Belfour, Eagle Eddie, or Eddie the Eagle right on the side, or Felix Potvin, and there's Felix Potvin right there, but that's on the other page. That's a blank page here. Here's some more cards in the landscape. This one you see the style of play these guys have, where they do the butterfly, and that's pretty impressive to me because these guys can get pretty low with the ice. And somebody was asking me, well, if you collect goalies, how much do you know about hockey? And I said, well, I wanted to collect Carter. Let me correct myself. I said I wanted to get Carter Hart for my collection of goalies, and they were like, "Do you watch hockey?" And I said, "No, but I like this and this, and I like the goalie uniform and stuff like that, or just the goalie presence, the helmets and stuff like that. They're the last line of defense." And they were asking me, and I said, "Well, about Carter Hart," and I was just like, I happen to listen to sports radio, so I get a lot of intel from that. And I was just like, well, watching the games, I kind of agree with this one guy where the problem with Carter Hart right now is he's just not fast enough with the glove hand side or the stick side at that. But he can get down for really fast. Right, he can stop anything traveling. He's not going to let it go through the 5-hole. He will let it go top shelf though, and that is a problem because once these guys find out that you allow top shelf stuff, they're definitely gonna hurt you. I got to try and find a way to show these, so I'm trying my best to just flip through these last couple pages. I love this one right here. That's the one in the center. It's taken from inside the net. That was done by Pinnacle. That is a really awesome shot right there. One of my favorites inside the net ones. But yeah, so I know a little bit, but not too much about hockey. I think I know a little bit more about the hockey goalie mask than I do anything else. So that is about the extent of my knowledge. So I hope you guys, enjoyed this part while I'm closing up this book. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the pause button, go ahead and filter through some of these guys, and that way we can take a closer look at some of the helmets the cards that I really like, the helmets that I really like. All right, so I'll talk to you in a minute or so. Actually, you won't even know that because I'm going to just split that. Okay, guys, like I said, I was going to go ahead and show you some of the cards that are some of my favorites. Here we have a Eddie Belfour. There's that Ed the Eagle, or Eagle Eddie, or however, whatever he calls it. But there's, with the Blackhawks, he had it. And then when he went to the Dallas Stars, he had it. And even with the Toronto Maple Leafs, he had the Eagle, which was pretty cool. And right there, he's playing the Flyers. There's a Flyers logo on that. Must have been at a Flyers game. That's pretty cool. Anyway, Cujo, Curtis Joseph, as I say, he started with a mask that was a trumpet with some music. He did have some variations of the Cujo mask, but the one that I find of the cards that I have that I like the most, this is one of the ones with that mask right there with the open mouth. The dog, here's another look at it. Kind of has the side, he has Cujo on the side of it. Makes it personalized than him. When he played for Arizona, it was not a Cujo dog anymore. It was more the Coyote, but still the same concept with the open mouth attacking mode. Here with the Toronto Maple Leafs, it looks more like he has a Yeti on his head. Yeah, evil looking Yeti, but I'm not sure. I can't really see it, but I do like that face mask right there. And here's another view of his mask with the Phoenix Coyotes from the front. That looks pretty beast right there. I'm a fan of the animal ones, especially ones with the open mouth. Here is a Trevor Kidd, who when he played with the Panthers, he had a skull on his head there. That was kind of badass. I'm not sure really what he had on the sides. But when he played with the Flames, I used to like the dragon on the side of his helmet there. I thought that was pretty cool. Kind of like Godzilla, kind of dragonish. Calgary Flames, it just fits. Here's another view of it. And that just looks awesome. You can see the other side of the helmet. Here's another view. So I think Trevor Kidd had a pretty cool face mask helmet. Pecorino, I do like one of his masks that he had. It looks like a skyline there, and it has the MP for the Nashville Predators. I thought that was a pretty cool concept there. Here you have a Florida Panther, and that's pretty decked out right there. A lot of color, a lot of things going on in on that mask, but the way Roberto Luongo used the Pink Panther on his, that is just sweet. Roberto Luongo did it right with that Pink Panther on there. Like, that is awesome. He got Prey Manus on the side, I believe, if I remember correctly. That was a pretty awesome helmet. Here I like the block wall. Some playing cards in the front there. I'm not sure what's in the front of his helmet, but I just thought the brick wall, being the last line of defense, I thought that is pretty cool. Here's Thibault with some polar bears on his helmet. In the book, he has a couple different helmets on there, but there was none that I really liked. Here's Tuukka Rask and his Bruin on there. And it says Rask on the bottom. Very colorful, very fits the team and everything. I like this one here of Nabokov. And his has like a mechanical man holding the head of a fish and a shark coming out of the water. Like, that's pretty badass right there. That's like a tattoo type of face mask. Here's another one with a block wall and an eagle. This is Kavi Bulin. We got Robert Esch, and I think that's like the Motorhead. I think it's for the band Motorhead, their logo, and he has a chick on the side. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't have a card, but Nitamaki, who played for the Flyers, he had one that had a mafia dude on there that was named Frank Nitti, I believe. And he was like the right-hand man shooter, and he had Nitamaki had him on there. I like this one because it's kind of the fiberglass mask, with basically it's the duck here, but on his mask. I thought that was pretty cool. This is I can't say his name, Michael Shatalemkov. He's Kelly Rudy. And like I said, he wore the birdcage mask for a while, and then he ended up, but he had some style. He would put like the Kings logo right there with a crown on his head, which is pretty cool. I love this one. This one, it's a crack mask, and it's supposed to look like his ear right there and hair, and I was just like, that is pretty beast right there. His mask falling apart, and it just looks cool. I thought that was really his ear. I like these. Here's Felix Potvin. We'll look at a few of his cards. But you can see like his demon or dragon type of look. There's the beard of the dragon, the eyes. And just a cool look. Here it is in blue. You can see the side of the mask. There's a better one. This one had to be later on, but that one is probably the perfect view. Kind of looks like a dragon. I'm not sure exactly what Potvin was going for, but that is just a awesome looking helmet that is his own. Here's Malarchuk, and he used to have like the skull, the horse. I don't know if it was bull skull, horse skull, whatever, and a pretty cool looking mask right there. Like I said, Dominik Hasek had the birdcage mask, but he had some style when he went to Ottawa. As you can see on the side, he had the Ottawa logo on the side there. Kind of looks a little different. I'm used to seeing the black with the birdcage. Then I have a Sergei Borowski, and right there for the Florida Panthers, of course, he has a panther, and I can't really tell. Yeah, I can't really tell. But you can see the claw coming out the side. Just it looks like a live detail in that artwork. Here we have a Johan Hedberg, and he has Moose. I guess they call him Moose, so that's pretty cool. So he's got the Penguins logo and the moose on the side. That's pretty awesome. Sebastian, Jean Sebastian. He has like some feathers, very cool colors on this on this face mask. I definitely love that one. Manny Fernandez, awesome looking mask there for the Wild. You can see the teeth of the creature right there. Can't really tell what the creature's supposed to be, but I'm guessing it's supposed to be like a tribute to the Wild type thing. So that's that. Here we have a pretty cool buffalo or bison, or it kind of looks like a bull on this Mika Noranen card. But it's I guess it's supposed to be a buffalo on the top. That's pretty cool. Another buffalo player, Ryan Miller. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but it looks fancy as heck, you know. And it says buffalo right on the chin. I was like, that's pretty cool. It kind of looks like a Yeti type thing. This one here is Jamie Storr, and he has a dragon like on the side of his helmet that's on either side, so that's pretty badass. I thought that was pretty cool. This one here, I like how there's an avalanche on his helmet. This one goes perfectly with his uniform. I was like, this is oh, there you go, Thibaut. And here's Ald with the Canucks, and that's basically like a Canuck, the whale logo on his helmet, which looks pretty badass. Seth Jones, I like the stitching that he has for his mask, where it looks like it's being tied together. Looks like a pair of sneakers being tied together. I was like, oh man, that's pretty cool. So it looks like it's all stitched up to fit his head. Like you could just see like right there. Kind of looks like his face is continuing. He has just tying that thing together. Then Kipsproff. I can't say his name, but he has a pretty badass looking skull right there. And on the other side of the other side of the skull looks like that. Two of his cards there. I was like, man, that's pretty sweet. And then we're gonna do another one that has like this metal skull creature type thing. I'm guessing, I can't say that's a shark because it looks more like a skull, but that is Tuscala, Vesa Tuscala, and man, his mask is sweet looking. Well, at least to me. Fits this shark thing, but with the teeth, but yeah, it I don't know, it just looks cool to me. And I hope it's something that he carries with him throughout his career. So those are the cards that I really like as far as the masks are concerned, the ones that really pop out to me. I hope you enjoyed the video. It was rather long, but until next time, guys, I'll see you.